shit. Ain't nobody never gave me no ass whooping like my grandma. And my grandmother
Wow.
gave the best ass whoopings, nigga. Like yo, like you learned something. She ain't even say nothing, nigga, but you learned something when it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like you learned something.
Proud of it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
see, that's that
I
wisdom
mean,
ass whooping. Well, you learn
you
something
want to
from
know
that
why?
shit.
Because
He's
that
stupid.
type of shit saved me from being a nigga dead on jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I accept it. You know what I'm saying?
That'll do
Like
it.
that
That's
shit.
why I feel like some of that is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That type of straightening
I
keeps you out
needed
of
it.
trouble.
I
You
needed
know
it.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree on that.
I need.
I
Now
tell
they
you
Yo,
don't
what,
give no ass whoopings. They do gentle parenting.
so I
Yeah,
think
that
with
jump.
us and our siblings, if we got our ass whooped by granny, then we know we fucked up. So that you really fucked up if granny had to really
Yeah.
Yeah,
put a chemo on you or some
because you
shit
know
like
she don't want to do it.
that part really hurt her feelings more than anything is the fact
that's
Yeah.
that
a
granny.
big fact, bro.
That's the part where it hurt her feelings more than any. Like, cause Granny will whoop us and not say nothing. My mom will talk shit to us about why the hell you acting up. Granny won't say shit. She'll just, whoosh, whoosh. You know what I mean? But it's the fact when you look
Yeah.
up and you see his Granny doing it, damn, your feelings get hurt. That's all.
No, yeah.
It
Soon as
kill
your mother being there talking that shit, soon as she leave, Granny be like, "Well, go get the switch." I'll wait
Yeah,
for your mother
right.
to leave. I'll wait for your mother to leave. Go get the switch.
Man,
And not the switch that you got to
I ain't
strip
never really
your
thought about
foot.
that. Like, you feel bad that she got to do that because you know, literally, the granny let you get off on a lot of junk because he be like, you know what I'm saying? Granny let a little slide a little bit. Granny fuck with you.
you.
But when she really
You
got to
don't
go
want them to
there, you
use
like,
their energy, son.
damn.
They granny
You
for
know
a
you
reason,
messed
nigga.
up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
for them to
Up.
use that energy,
When you pissed off, when you pissed off Granny, not Papa, no. When you pissed off Granny, the one that everyone loved, and she gotta whoop you,
Yeah.
it's just down. It's just down and out. It's just down like Granny. What I gotta do to apologize? You want me to do the dishes?
you.
That's so real because my grandmother was the only one that can calm my ass down just with her words. My grandmother only whooped me twice and she used a hanger. But it's been times
Mm.
like when I
The metal joint.
the metal joints. But it's been of times like me being a hothead and I just be spazzing on somebody with my cousins because I'm the oldest grand, so I had to watch him and I probably spaz. That lady come out, Cesare, stop. When I was fighting my baby daddy and damn near beating the brakes off his ass, nobody could stop me from wailing on his ass but my grandmother to come outside. Cesare, I'm so disappointed in you. And I just stopped.
I'm mad that nigga couldn't stop you.
Oh no, I had a broomstick. He wasn't getting past that broomstick, yo.
I ain't gonna what you said. I was
Well,
like,
nigga
dang,
corner
but you
pop.
supposed to be
Nigga corner
going
pop.
ham, boy, for real,
That's
for
what came
real.
in my head,
I
bro.
busted the
You
back
got a
commission
broomstick.
open. No, he deserved it
I
because he
was like,
slapped me down in the back
oh,
because he
wait.
wanted the baby clothes and I was pregnant and he got mad because I wouldn't give him the baby clothes that I bought. So he slapped me down and ran. And by the time I got to him at the back door under the carport, I grabbed the broomstick and I was he couldn't get up. It was a wrap.
See how she
Damn,
was.
tell
Just give it in.
grandma what
You can't. They hit and run. He deserved
I
that.
just
Hang
want
on,
to
you
know.
Because
gotta
he
give
knew
it.
better. You don't put your hands on me. I fight
No,
back.
what I'm saying though, did you tell grandma when she said I'm disappointed? Did you tell her what happened? Like
Yeah, I
now the
said,
motherfucker.
Grandma, he slapped me, and then he had done already took off when I dropped the broomstick. He took off down the driveway.
I
And I
was about
said,
to say
Grandma, he
Granny probably
slapped
fucked
me.
him up back to
And then
that.
she just bust
Tell
out and said,
the
beat his
Yeah,
ass.
exactly.
But he was gone already.
Exactly.
When
yeah,
she found
man.
out what happened, because when she looked at my face, I had a mark going across my face. I was like 7 months pregnant.
I mean, it
Yeah,
don't
man.
even matter. It don't even matter if you was running for real. It's just
It
the
don't
fact
even matter if you was pregnant. It don't matter about none of that. It don't matter about
Yeah,
none of that.
he gotta put his hand.
that's
Yeah.
Really don't.
that shit with Granny be like, baby, go upstairs and reach in my cabinet and get the pistol. I'm about to
Yeah,
take care of this nigga.
But she was the only one that, as soon as she said, I'm disappointed in you, I dropped the broomstick and he took off. And then that's when I turned around and told her. And she's like, beat his ass. It was too late. Well, I already did, but he was gone.
Yo,
right.
why would she say yo ran off? Yo, why would she say he ran off? Yo, I envision Lorenz Tate jumping over the yards and shit on dead presidents when he ran out the shorty crib.
Yeah.
I'm jumping through all
Hell
the
no.
yards, the dogs barking and all kind of
That
shit.
nigga was gone.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yo,
He ain't want no
that
more
type of
problems.
shit. But that's
yo,
just how strong her word was. All that to say is like she was the only grandma's word was the only word that can either get me to do something or stop something. Nobody else could do that.
that's a fact.
Nobody.
I think that's everybody grannies though.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Yeah, my grandma was kind.
yeah. Grandmas had that power over you, yo. Like they just be having that power. Like you really be wanting to listen, no matter what it is. You really be wanting to
Yeah,
listen.
What it was, man. No matter what it was, they just so lovable and they're so sweet and they always want to be that for you, but you'll never
Mm-hmm.
you won't see them until they snap off. And then it's like, damn, Granny. It's like, yeah, you have to take me there. Yes, yeah, you have to
She,
take me there.
oh, you ain't think Granny was a nigga?
No,
Granny
Yeah,
original
I
nigga.
did.
Granny
no,
original nigga. Granny
man,
original nigga.
On the OG.
as
she
a
the OG
child,
for
she
real.
was just a queen. As a child, we got breakfast every morning, smiles on her face. She had a
Hell
coffee,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and everything like everything was chill. But let something happen, and then all of a sudden, yeah, we seen a different. By 12, we seen something different in her. What the hell happened to you? Where's the
Grandma
sweet
was
granny?
the one to instill pride. Grandma used to round us up in the mornings or on the weekends when she had all the grandkids. But every morning, whenever everybody was around, or even a few, because everybody grew up with grandma some kind of way. And we should round us up by that big, long family wooden table. And she'll just make us say, I am somebody. I
That's
am.
what's
Like we
up.
had to say that every morning before we went to school and walked to school.
That's what's
Like
up.
you don't
Some
never when somebody
affirmation.
asks you who are you and you be like nobody, you know, I am somebody. Like man, shout out to the grandmas, man. That's who we miss.
Grandmas.
Shit,
We
Those are
miss
real.
I
grandmas.
ain't gonna
we the
lie about it.
grandmas and the
I miss
grandpas now. You know what I'm saying?
grandmothers
we
did a whole lot of things. 'Cause when I came down to Florida, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got to see majority of my family because I was born away from my family and overseas. And my grandmother, on my mom's side, when she said that long wooden table, she had one of them in her crib, and that's why all the family would come eat at,
Mm-hmm.
probably on Sundays and shit like that. Had a
Yeah.
patio outside, the homemade ice cream, and all that junk. But and
Mm-hmm.
it was amazing how when she passed, everything just came to a cease.
Cause
Like
she
Yeah,
the
and it
glue.
everything
fall
just
apart.
She's the glue.
She was the
Gra-
glue.
Grandma's usually the glue.
Man,
They usually the
our,
glue, yo.
when
that's
Granny
crazy,
did
bro.
our Granny from my mama's side, when she just passed, everybody went quiet. It was a quiet moment. Like nobody talked. People was beefing. It was bad. Like my mom was beefing with her side of the family. Like it was bad. But I never take this necklace off. This is the cross that they cremated her, and then all the siblings, all of us, the adult siblings, we got a little bit of her ashes in these crosses,
Oh, that's
and so
nice.
we got that. Then the adults of her daughters all got the rest of her ashes in a jar and things like that. So I never take my cross off, and you know what I mean. My our granny's gonna be everything to us.
Yeah.
Every-
That's a
So it's
fact.
like,
Hell
so it
yeah.
just made me think about like the presents. Like me getting older made me understand how great the presence was and what she represented as a grandmother. Like you said, that glue, that part that brought everybody together. No matter how dysfunctional the shit was, everybody came together and they acted right on those particular days. You know,
you ain't
because
Yep.
of
had no
Granny,
choice.
bro. That shit be
You didn't
crazy.
have no. You
Grandma
had to
wasn't
drive.
tolerant that.
You had to drive there. You had to fly there. You had to do what you got to do.
Hmm.
Everybody had no choice.
I
No
done
matter
watched
who
my
you
uncles
would be.
box and fight and accidentally hit my grandma in mid swing trying to hit brother.
Ooh.
And grandma got hit. My daddy jumped in and whooped ass. And then even after then, when Sunday did, because Sunday dinner was prominent in a lot of households. And so when Sunday dinner came along, it was prayer. And she made, even if they were still mad and didn't talk for the week, didn't matter. I bet your ass was talking that day. She made everybody always had to make up. She did not care. It was always family first. She don't care what you mad about. Make up. and she got hit. She didn't get hit in the face. She got hit in her chest, and she fell back into the chair. And my daddy, he's the second oldest. He's transitioned, but he was the mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that just sent his ass over. He started whooping ass. So it was like, now you got 3 brothers out of 5 kids pissed off. She ain't care about none of that shit. Y'all better make up.
Yeah.
Like, and
Respect,
now
man.
she's gone. When she transitioned in 2017, and even prior to then, when she moved back to Georgia, the family ain't been the same since she moved to Georgia. And then when she transitioned in 17, no more family reunions, no more Sunday dinner, no more nothing. Everybody in their own
Yeah,
little
man.
family.
That's the story I tell a lot of people when they ask what y'all doing for Thanksgiving or what y'all doing for Easter. Ever since the great grandparents passed, my granny passed, bro, we don't link up. We don't do that. We don't do that no more. We're not. There is nobody here to keep us together. So why would we do it?
Right.
That be the thing, yo.
Because
Niggas feel
Granny
Yeah.
had
obligated when
respect.
grandma said, yeah, grandma say you better have your ass over here.
Bring
You better
your
have your
ass
ass
here.
over there. Auntie or moms, we be like, you ain't got time for
I
bullshit.
tell you
You
what,
remember how
That's
scared you used
man.
to be if you didn't return grandma call, if you didn't show up when she told you to show up, and then you come days later, you scared as hell to go see that lady. You know it's a problem.
yeah,
Trying to come
yeah,
up all cool,
Granny,
like, hey man, what's going on? She
no,
gonna look at your ass like, nigga, you ain't
She don't
return
want to
my phone
believe.
calls. I got you. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Why
No,
ain't see
no,
you
she had to
on
call you
Sunday?
on that. Had to call you on that rotary phone. We had to.
ah,
You know how
Oh, look,
long it took.
you fuck up and hit the wrong number. They got to start all over again. They got to hang the shit up, start all over.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
all type
think
of stuff I think about.
yeah, I think my
One thing,
granny,
one
she
thing
just
y'all
had
said is when Granny leave and people thought what Elijah had said, it make you think, was everybody really cool to begin
No,
with, or was it just Granny? Granny was just Granny.
it was
That's
Right,
Granny.
crazy.
right.
but don't get me wrong though. We might not be cool now, but the only reason why we cool after is because we all had to meet up at the same spot. Now it's Granny's spot, so we got
Yeah.
a little
Mm,
giggles and laughs. That's what brought us back together. But don't act like I forgot about what you did before we got here now. All right,
mm.
but yeah, we can still chop it up and everything like that. And then if we move on, we move on. But as soon as we all got off the phone with Granny, Granny talking about, sweetie, I'm making some fried chicken, about to make some collard
Man, you
greens and
know,
some mashed potatoes. Oh yeah, Granny. Okay.
Oh yeah. My
I
grandmother
really
made the
think
best
about what is it
macaroni and
about the
cheese.
grandmother that keeps everybody together like that?
Because
Like,
she
what
was
is
the
it
one who
really? Like,
raised
what is that
everybody.
essence of that
Yeah, she
grandmother?
the big
Like, that
mama. She the
spiritual,
big
Man,
mama.
damn.
that's some spiritual
I love
shit.
Mr. Ray. I love Mr. She the one that raised everyone.
She
Yeah, she the
raised
big mama.
everybody.
That's why
Grandma
they
was
call her
the
Big
one that
Mama.
raised your my. For me,
I
my
so I
daddy
didn't I
was in
wasn't
prison.
I
My
didn't
mama
grow
was
up with my
pregnant.
grandmother. That's why I guess it's different for me. Because like I said,
Oh,
I
Oh,
was
okay,
born overseas, so I was older when I met my grandmother. So
okay,
I was already like I think around 8, 9, around that time, around there. You feel what I'm saying? So I still
okay.
had some of that family togetherness, but I wasn't grow up with my grandmother, seeing her like that, having those
So
sleepover
you
and all
didn't
that. Like I didn't
experience
experience
grandma
like
all that.
going to
definitely
grandma house
raised
and all the
everybody.
Yeah,
cousins and making tents in grandma living
yeah.
room and stuff
Yeah,
like
We
that.
and
didn't,
grandma
we
living
went all
room.
the
Grandma
way.
used
Yo,
to
We got
whoop
look,
our ass. She just folded up the sheets and the towels and stuff, and we done snatched all the wooden tables, the chairs from the table,
man,
and unfolded all the fucking sheets she just folded and made forks and stuff, and the couch cushions and shit all in the living room.
that.
After a while, she just gave the
That's
fuck
crazy.
up and just let us
Yeah,
do
I'm about to say
it.
our granny was lenient when it came to that though. She was
Yeah,
lenient, like she'll let us go ahead as long as we was having fun vibing. Yeah, we got to make our own forks and
yeah,
everything out the pillow cushions. But
yeah.
exactly what the race said is she raised everyone from our moms and dads, from uncles and aunties and then to us and everything. She took care of everyone and made sure everybody was good for one. For two, she made sure everybody was together she was so sweet that if you
Yeah.
disrespected her, you getting
It's a
looked at the whole family. You got
But
an
we
issue.
all
The whole
live with our
family count
grandmothers
on
at
you.
one point in our life.
yeah.
We all live, like I'm saying, like for the people that grew up with them families, yo, we didn't all live with our grandparents. You know what
We
I'm
I
all
saying?
did live with my
experienced that.
grandparents.
All the cousins came over and y'all got pallets and everything in the middle of the floor. And everybody, like that picture you see with grandma in the rocking chair and all the grandkids sprawled out on the floor asleep. Yeah, it was sleepovers like that. I was the oldest grand, but it's like 30 of us and some possibles. But we was all piled
They
up in
out
the
there playing spades. She says a couple
Yeah,
possible.
Yeah, because it was always a new cousin that popped up. Oh, this your cousin? I don't know you. Fuck my cousin. We just
That
found he
can't
got
be.
the DNA test.
I ain't gonna lie about that though. Ain't gonna lie. Every family reunion, somebody else new pop up. I be like, who the fuck is these people keep popping up? Like, where
See,
they come
Like, you
that
from,
don't
was
know
dog?
Cousin
that's
Pete.
It's the
You don't know
uncles
this
Cousin
is
having babies.
why this is why we didn't fuck on my daddy's side. So on my mama's side, we knew everybody. So you wasn't nobody came new or anything like that. Now on my daddy's side, yeah, it's your cousin, you're your second cousin. Nah, man, you bullshitting with me. Yeah, I ain't my cousin. I don't know who he is. I don't know who they
Don't know
are.
them folks.
I just came
Well,
through
like
this
who they
book.
mama? Who they
I
mama?
I
Right.
just came to right. I just came to the Fourth of July to see some uncles and everything like that, but I don't know these people. I don't know who auntie that is down there, and I never met them before. But on my mama's side, yeah, we knew everybody. It was nobody
Marcus,
new.
Mm.
remember I told you the story?
That's
I've been the
crazy. I ain't know
oldest
anybody
one
on my dad's
all
side
this
either,
time.
man. That's some crazy, dog.
Marcus, remember I told you I've been the oldest grand all this time. And then once I hit like high school, a grandchild pop up, and he was a year older than me. So it was like, oh, he took my position for being the first grand. Boy, you know how mad the fuck I was? Because it's like, I've been here all this time being number one, and
How
your
you
punk
get?
ass gone.
Yo, Sheree was fucking with that nigga like, yo, you know they ain't
How
gonna
you
never
Nah,
get
love
your
you.
right
They ain't
to
gonna
it?
never love you
That's
more than me,
crazy.
nigga. They ain't gonna
It's
never love you
okay,
more
because
than me.
unfortunately, he passed away messing in them
what
streets. So I got my spot back. I ain't know
I
him
knew
like
where that
that.
shit was
Wow.
going, bro. Saray don't
Wow.
give no
Hey.
shit. This
Yo,
is when
did you
you
not hear?
know
Did you not
when
hear her
you
say, "I got
know
my spot back"?
I this is how I know Saray really,
Oh my
really deeply love her grandma. This is when I know she loved her spot. Cause she
Yo,
the old she said when he passed away, I knew where it
I
was
got my
going.
spot back.
my spot back.
She said,
He shouldn't have been
unfortunately,
playing in them streets. I didn't know that nigga. He just
She was
came
like,
out of nowhere. Oh, this your cousin. The fuck?
had that nigga pass, she probably was like, "So y'all sure they know of us, right? They all know of
No,
us."
some more
They all
came
know.
Oh
about, but they
man.
was younger than me, so they was
Yeah.
safe. But that one,
She like, "What
and
about the
rest in peace, because he
others?"
was cool. I loved him. He was cool. I only known him for like 4-5 years, and then. But the time that he was around, he was cool. He was real protective over me and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you
I said,
supposed to be.
I was like, okay, well, you the first boy cousin, I'm the first girl cousin, but I'm still first. Like,
You see how she tried. Yes,
Yo,
you got us
yo,
up the
you see
first
how she
girl
look? You see
cousin.
how
At
she
least
looked over?
I say that then.
Yo, she sound like Riley and shit when Lando was over there. It's
Oh, silly man. I swear, man.
just,
That's crazy.
yo, like you the big little brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
yeah,
big brother. You the big little brother. You know what I'm
I
saying?
worked hard in this spot. You ain't just gonna pop up out of nowhere and be first. The fuck? Who
You know,
does that?
I was never like that though. When I was the baby, and then when my auntie had two
I was young.
others, I was never like that. Even though I became the middle child and everything like that. Like I knew my granny still loved me more than she loved y'all. I ain't gonna lie about that. But
You see? So I don't
I'm
feel
just saying,
alone.
no.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Because
But
it's
the
always
only
a
reason is,
favoritism thing between the
yo,
granny and the grandmother. The
Yo,
grandfather and the
I'm
grandmother.
just I'm
My
just gonna
grandfather,
sit.
they fucked with me like that. But my grandmother, I
nah,
was cool with. But my granddad did not like me, nigga. Man,
Damn.
yeah,
that nigga did
yeah.
not fuck with me, boy. I don't know what it was. That
Know how
shit
to look at
crazy.
Look at you.
Oh, I think 'cause I look so much like my mama and my brother look like my dad. So it's like that man did not fuck with me, dog. That shit was crazy. That man just go at
I
me
was
every day,
gonna lie
goddamn.
to you. I knew I was the favorite, just like you knew you was the favorite. I ain't care what
Look,
nobody was
I
talking about.
don't know about the
that's what I
favorite.
didn't trip.
I was
I
alright.
didn't.
I was
I
alright.
didn't trip. I didn't trip because what went through my head is, oh, nice to meet y'all, but we've been here. We already had this conversation. Y'all just
Exactly.
y'all just getting here. You know what I mean? Birth and everything like that. Like we get it. We gonna walk y'all through, but I'm still like baby. Baby larger. But nice to meet y'all. Y'all can be the new baby and stuff like that. But
Your
Granny
house,
don't got no
your house, you can't sit at the table. You gotta stand up.
Granny,
You
Right?
ain't
Granny
even
don't,
sitting yet. You
and
ain't
here's
sitting
the
yet.
honest truth. Granny loved them, but Granny didn't have no relation. Like when we was growing up and stuff like that, Granny had a relationship with us. She just now building a relationship with y'all, and y'all got lucky because Granny lived with y'all at one point. That's the only real reason why she built a relationship. Because back then we had to drive 2.5 hours to go see Granny, but we would do it every weekend and
That
shit
nigga
like
wasn't playing about grandma. That nigga
that.
was playing. That nigga was playing.
You know what's so
I'm not
amazing though that I've
sharing.
been sitting here listening the whole time? That it's so amazing how we went from two different conversations and we just went from that to Granny and we just it's just cool that we able to do that. That's what's up.
We
Yeah,
hanging
I
out.
thought that was nice.
I'm about to say we had like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and
Well,
21 minutes.
Oh,
that's
we
that's
Hmm
what
good.
that's what it's about. We just vibe.
That's
Inshallah.
how
That's
I
a good
like it.
thing though.
Ain't
I
nothing
like
gonna
that.
change none of you tomorrow. So it is what it is, nigga.
Because Coop look like he have sleep.
Who's that?
Nah,
You
nah.
so look now your eyes open. Them eyes been half closed the
Oh,
whole
oh man, you see me. You already know what's up with
Oh,
me.
oh, you talking about Coop? I thought you talking about. I thought you talking about me. Like I'm straight. Y'all done seen me.
I
Y'all
was
done
saying,
seen
I
me.
said, he up. I can see.
Yeah, y'all done
No,
Yeah,
seen
I'm
me.
yeah, I know you
chilling.
can see us, but I can't see your eyes unless you open like you did. That boy about to be gone.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I
man,
can't see.
I'm just listening, and so like I said, I really enjoy and appreciate, you know what I'm saying. So just seeing everybody having a conversation and be themselves and see how y'all lives was, like I really love to hear stuff like that. Like I really do. You know what I'm saying? It shows a lot about who the people who I'm around, and it shows a lot about like I like to hear stuff like that about family. I'm very family oriented, so I love to see
Yeah.
people enjoy that time with their family like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
So it's
that
nice to hear.
I think that's
That
what
was
it's
that
about
time.
for.
You know what I'm
I think that's
saying?
what it's about for the black family. We could talk about how we got our eyes beat and then switch to how we got love too.
Hmm
We
I
got
Because
only
the
love
more
beat
I
you
for
think
because I
about
only
it,
beat you because I love you.
Yeah, I
right.
love
the
you,
more
but I never
that's
got
what I'm
that
about to
one. I
say.
never got that.
This gonna hurt
Because
me
the
more
more
than
I
it's gonna
think
hurt
about
you.
it, I was saying my granddad didn't mess with me, but the more I think about it, it was like he was really just trying to toughen me up. And I realized that now.
Yeah,
Like it's a lot of shit you don't
great
realize when you're
granddad.
younger, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Great granddad.
saying?
My
that's a fact.
my great granddad was the old school, tough, everything like that. He rough with the girls. He wanted everybody to be tough. That's his mentality. But let me tell y'all this though,
Hmm
real quick, before because I already know y'all about to jump off. I love and I cracked up. So my daughter has a counselor, a school counselor, stuff like that. And one of the things like we have talks and things like that. Oh shit. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Okay. So we had talks and stuff like that. And one of the things the counselor said was my daughter like that grandma's so old school. And I laughed because I told her honest truth. I'm like, yeah, ma, you're old school because she is and she needs to change, but it get your act right. It get your act right.
Hmm
So just like how Coop, what you were saying, Coop, about the great granddads or the granddads and stuff like that. Yeah, our great granddad, we loved him, but he was tough as hell. The men had
Yeah,
to
he
work in the
was.
farm every morning when we
That
go,
makes
and it
sense.
was supposed to
Hmm
be vacation. And then the women had to cook and bake and stuff like that. And unless great grandma didn't want you in her kitchen, there was definitely a time limit of that kitchen. So 7 o'clock after we all ate, nobody should go into that kitchen. Nobody, unless she loved you enough. So
We fought over
Nigga,
the
you
big
sound like
spoon
you
when
had
she
that
made
real
red
structured
velvet cake.
household type of family structure, nigga. That's what's up, nigga. Yeah,
Yeah,
Elijah, I'm like, damn, I wanna. That's what's up, bro. I like that, man. Like, cause
Now you
I
see
oh,
why that
you
always,
nigga the way he is. You know what I'm saying?
and
you
and I
said
res
you
that,
like
that
it,
that's how,
Coop.
bro.
You said you like it, Coop.
Yeah, I respect
Well,
that.
not
Nigga,
as
son,
a
hold
child,
on,
you
look
ain't
at
gonna like it.
this
Cause my great granddad, he had these big ass paws for hands,
man.
and what he would do is he
Don't
would
have the
Yeah.
whoop you.
hamburger helper
He
gloves.
will
You had to-
grab onto your top of your skull and he'll squeeze. When I tell you it'll bring you to your knees, yeah, nah, he played too much. That's him playing with you too.
Yo, holla. No, that nigga played too goddamn much.
You don't have you gotta have your discipline, whatever it is and outs, but the whole family structure output of it, bro, like
Yeah.
that is nice to
yeah,
hear. Because you, like I said,
So
I hear so much negative shit. It's good to hear
yeah,
the positive output of how it created the person that you are. Cause look what the things that you're trying to do and what you believe in and what you want to do for your family, bro. That's what's up, bro. Like real shit.
yeah, for sure.
It's nice to hear.
Like we said though, when great grandparents and grannies passed away, there was no more of that. So we
mhm,
had to take
Hmm.
what we had when we was growing up and keep doing it and keep providing it into our hearts, our spirits, and that's the person that we had to become.
yeah.
That's a fact.
I miss fighting over the big spoon when she made red velvet cake. So you go in there, you got somebody got the big wooden spoon, and then the other it was the bowl, the big wooden spoon, and from the what is it, the beater? What'd you call it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
mixer, the big heavy
The
yeah,
mixer.
make
mixer
sure
with
what up.
the two
Yeah.
joints, and then
Hmm.
somebody, two people would get one of those type joints. Like,
So
but
yeah,
if you was,
y'all had a taste tester. Y'all
it was
There
like
wasn't no
a
taste
tape.
tester.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
the
No, it
leftovers.
was when she
The
was finished
leftovers.
pouring everything, and if you was in,
Yeah.
because unlike your grandma wanted us in the kitchen to help her, because she had to cook for
Oh yeah,
everybody.
no, great grandma. Yeah, great grandma. She didn't want. She wanted to do the cooking. That was her thing.
You know, she wanted us to help. So, and we didn't want to help. We wanted to be outside. So, in order
Yeah,
for you to get the big spoon or the bowl or whatever, your ass had to been in there to help, and then you could be able to get all of that. And we used to fight like crazy over that shit.
yeah.
It
It
was the
was the
ice
best
cream for me.
time.
The homemade ice cream.
That
Like you said,
sounds
that
fun.
turnout.
I don't know nothing about
And
that shit. I don't know nothing about no homemade ice
getting that.
cream, nigga.
Me either.
Oh
Shit
man,
sound nice. I'm trying to see what that shit be about.
He like,
that shit is so good. I used to love that. Every time I see that machine come out with the ice in the bucket, I was like, yeah, I already know
you
what
already
time it
know what
is.
time it is.
Man, you get that cream and
All
everything
right,
together, they
y'all.
put it in there. That slow
I
time.
gotta get up out of here because my
All
lady
right,
is
good
out of
night.
town and she just called me.
Oh yeah,
So,
go and handle that. Go and handle that. You know what I'm
all
talking about? I
right,
don't want no
y'all.
smokes.
I love it.
I ain't gonna lie. Me too,
Love
yo.
you.
Getting
All
kind of
right, well,
late.
good night, y'all.
Uh,